everyone and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we'll see 3 absolutely delicious gravies. The good thing is that I have not used too much of oil or butter for preparing them, but they still taste amazing. You can make them in advance and store them in your freezer for good 3 to 4 months. You can make a variety of vegetables using these gravies and reduce your entire cooking time by half. Just add few ingredients and spices here and there and you get a different sabzi altogether. Sounds interesting, right? So let's get started. The first one is the tangy tomato gravy, as I like to call it. You could use it in a variety of vegetables like chole, rajma, paneer, and even while making a stir-fried sabzi. We'll start by cutting up some tomatoes. We have to make a puree out of it, so we'll just chop them roughly. We'll add everything to the blender along with the green chilies. The puree is now ready. It's time to switch on the flame. We'll start by adding about a tablespoon of oil to the pan, to which we'll add some cumin seeds and some ginger garlic paste. Here I am using store-bought variety, but you can use homemade paste instead if you want to. We'll give it a mix and immediately add tomato puree. We'll mix everything together and add some turmeric powder and some red chili powder. Now, it's important to add these 2 ingredients at this point because they give an amazing color to the gravy. We'll mix everything together and let it boil for some time. And as you can see, the color has already changed. We'll add some salt to taste, coriander seed powder about 2 teaspoons, followed by some kasuri methi. Now it gives an amazing flavor to the gravy, so make sure you don't skip it. I'll also add some homemade garam masala and give it a good mix. We'll allow it to boil for about 10 to 12 minutes on medium-high flame. Don't forget to stir it occasionally so that your gravy doesn't stick to the pan. Now we want our gravy to be of semi-thick consistency. We don't want it to be too runny or too dry. This is how we want it. It's time to switch off the flame and add it to a bowl for it to cool down. After which, I'll transfer everything to the Ziploc bag and freeze it. This is the final look of the gravy. It's a very versatile one, so I always make it during my meal prep and store it in the freezer. Moving on to the next one is the makhani gravy. Again, a very versatile gravy. It can be used to make paneer makhani, veg makhan wala, malai koftas and so on. Let's see how it's made. We'll add very little quantity of oil to the pan, just about half tablespoon, to which we'll add very little amount of butter. We'll hit it up with some khada masalas, 1 bay leaf, an inch of cinnamon stick, 3 cardamoms and 2 cloves. Please make sure you remember the quantity of each masala that goes in. We'll now add in roughly chopped ginger, garlic and green chilies. I've taken about 1 inch of ginger, 5 to 6 cloves of garlic and 1 whole green chili. We'll give everything a good mix. It's time to add roughly chopped onions. I have taken 3 medium-sized onions here. Make sure your pan is kept at a low-medium flame. We'll add some salt, which will help the onions cook faster. We'll mix everything together. And now, we'll hit it up with roughly chopped tomatoes. I have taken about 6 to 7 tomatoes here. The quantity of tomatoes must be at least twice as much as the onions. It's time to add some turmeric and some red chili powder. We'll mix it together, cover it and cook it until the tomatoes start releasing their water. After which we'll add some sugar, which will help us to balance out the flavor of tomatoes. We'll mix everything together and let it cook for about 5 to 10 minutes on low-medium flame. We'll then switch off the flame and allow it to cool down completely and make the puree out of it. But before that, we'll remove all the khada masalas out of it. Ensure that you take out everything. The idea is to get the subtle flavor from these masalas and not to overpower the gravy with their strong flavor. Again to the same pan, we'll add very little quantity of butter and hit it up with the puree. Here I have not strained the puree, but if you have some guests coming over or if you are making it for a special occasion, please strain it before adding to the pan to get that nice velvety texture. I'll now add some Kashmiri red chili powder. This gives a very nice color to the gravy. We'll give it a good mix, after which I'll add some kasuri methi, which will again give it an amazing flavor and fragrance. We'll mix it together. I'll now add my secret ingredient, which is honey. This actually takes the entire gravy to another level. Trust me. I'm not adding cream at this point. Please don't forget to add cream in your final recipe. We'll now switch off the flame and transfer everything to a bowl. This is again a very versatile gravy. Do give it a try and I'm sure you'll love it. The third and the final one for today is the white gravy. This is again a super versatile gravy which can be combined with paneer or different veggies to make vegetable korma, navratna korma or even malai kofta. Let's see how it's made. We'll start by boiling some water in the wok, to which I'll add a few peppercorns. I'll also add roughly chopped ginger, garlic and green chilies to it, along with some roughly sliced onions. We'll add some salt and mix everything together. To this, we'll add handful of cashew nuts. I've taken about 12 to 15 cashew nuts here. We'll boil it for around 10 to 12 minutes, after which we'll strain it and make the puree. You can use the remaining water as a stock for your soup, so make sure you don't throw it away. It's now time to switch off the flame and grind it. We'll add about a tablespoon of ghee to the pan and we'll hit it up with the puree. We'll have to cook it for about 10 to 12 minutes. First, we'll give everything a good mix. At this point, I'm not adding any cream or yogurt. I'll add it while making the sabzi. We'll let it boil for about 10 to 12 minutes. Now, I think it's time to switch off the flame. And now we'll transfer everything to the bowl. This is again a very versatile gravy. Do give it a try and I'm sure you'll love it. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. Please give it a big thumbs up if you genuinely liked it. Also, comment below and let me know your feedback. Please share this with your friends and family and consider subscribing to the channel. I'll see you in my next one. Until then, bye-bye.